Thank you all for coming so early. We are really excited about this fourth international workshop in event-based vision. I prepared some slides. You have them on the website. Let me go through them, and then I'll pass on the torch to the speakers. Right, so the website is that address over there, and this is a hybrid event. Many people could not make it due to visa problems, so we enabled the Zoom link. And the Zoom, we cannot share the Zoom link, obviously. It's on the virtual platform from CVPR, and you must log in to see it. We have created this community Slack because we saw that there are other communities like NERF and so on that they have their own Slack channels, and they help a lot to advance research. So for us to communicate and to build a community, we have now a Slack channel. The room, well, this is what we are in. Yesterday it was, I think, bigger. They decided to split it. In the webpage we'll find the list of speakers, and we put many things like the schedule, the posters, everything that you think it's relevant for the workshop. You can make a pull request, and we will merge it. The sponsor of the award is the Science of Intelligence Excellence Cluster. This is a project among several universities in Berlin, and they are trying to understand natural intelligence and replicate with artificial intelligence. I will get to that at the award ceremony later on. So we also want to thank the CVPR and the workshop chairs for allowing us to organize a workshop, for believing that this is a good topic that should be promoted at CVPR. We also thank the invited speakers for delivering their talks. The contributors of the submitted papers, we had a record high of 61 submissions. And the reviewers, because we did the review very quickly in about 10 days. But even though it was short, it was thorough. And finally, we'd like to thank the organizing committee. So here, Davide Costas, Cornelia, and Davide Migliore for really helping put this workshop. Just a very short slide about the topic. So this is the event-based vision workshop, and we are working on this topic that was kind of laid down by Karen Mead in 1990s in this Proceedings of IEEE paper, saying that the research in this event-like processing will bring us gains in speed and efficiency. We are trying to mimic how the brain works, and we will also change the paradigm from the Von-Neumann architecture to the massively parallel that is going on in the brain. I assume there will be many of these in the introductory talks today. And we will also gain in robustness, adaptability, high dynamic range. But we have to change the way we think. There are no images anymore, as we know. The data is different. So we have to think of a new way of processing the data, asynchronous and time-based. I was collecting some, trying to look what is the literature on this topic. And I found this website, dimensions.ai, but unfortunately, they only have the papers up to 2020. So this is a plot of clusters of groups, researchers working on event-based vision. And we can see by the different colors, the clusters we can see here in green, the one from the University of Zurich, and Davide, and the Costas group is the yellow one. Cornelia is the light blue. We can also see the one from Riyad Ben Osman, Paris, top left. Toby Levrook right there in the center. Garrick, and also the people from Robert Mahoney and people in Australia. So this is non-exhaustive at all because the data is outdated, but there is no way we can input the data, at least that I know. And if we look at the number of papers, also from this website, we see a clear growing trend, the number of published papers per year, up to 2020. If I do the statistics myself, I try to keep track of the papers that are being published on this topic, and I keep them in an Excel sheet. And the numbers are not as high, maybe because there are many more things in that other website. But what you see is like a clear trend of a number of papers being published in this topic, and you see some peaks, and I marked the ones that are the first workshop on event-based vision at IPRA. We didn't have papers Then we had the second workshop, second, third, and fourth workshops at CVPR. And during these years, we see a bit of a peak on the number of publications. And the last part, just you should not pay too much attention because we are still in the middle of the year. So I assume there will be many more. And this is just the papers published in robotics and computer vision, right? This is not all the publications. You can see the conferences and the journals here at the bottom. If I try to make an analogy of what is the state of the art in event-based vision, I try to make this beautiful plot of the tree of life. This is a personal view. I would like to debate with you. I think we are somewhere here. We are not still in the Cambrian explosion because cameras are not mass-produced, but there is a clear trend of steady growth. And if I collected all the words in the papers and the courtesy presentations, the demos, this is the word cloud that came out of it. Obviously, event, camera, and neuromorphic are big words, but there are also many others. All right, the schedule. We have 4 sessions. This is the first one at 8. The schedule is also on the website. Then after this first session with 4 speakers, we'll have the second session is the poster. So we will go down 2 levels and put the posters. We can only use this poster boards from 10:10 to 1:30. Then we have to take them out for the workshops to use. Then it's the lunch break, 3rd session in the afternoon, more speakers, 4th session, industrial speakers, award ceremony, and then we finalize at 6. And the goal is that to have the presentations not as long as previous years, try to make them a bit shorter and have a panel discussion after sessions 1, 3, and 4. This is the poster board, the way it's set down in the hall as you enter, as you can see from the bottom. That's the entrance of the hall, and the posters are in this kind of configuration, like in Snake, that you go from one side and then you continue next to it. So these are the numbers of the poster boards, and on the website, and also in this spreadsheet, if you have a contributed paper, a courtesy presentation, or a demo, we have mapped the poster boards and those papers. The only thing we don't know yet, because it was not set yesterday, is where the flags are for the demo. So maybe we have to rearrange this. A couple more slides. So we maintain this list of event-based vision resources that is hosted at the Davides lab. We started some time ago when we did the first international workshop at ICRA. And we try to keep here all the information that we have about event cameras to be easy to search and to know what's the literature when you start working on a topic. Feel free to add your data there, your papers, workshops, videos, and making a pull request, we will merge it. And also out of these workshops, we have this survey paper on event-based vision that was published in PAMI 2022. So this could be a good entry point. And similar to with the survey paper, I have this course at TU Berlin that is really an introduction. So if you want to say somebody where to start, maybe they could start with this survey paper and the list of resources.